Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Gonzo Ewok channel with me, Gonzo.
And me, Ewok.
For another episode of...
Geordie Space Program!
What's happening?
I was just messing around making sure that the microphone was actually picking us up there because I didn't do a check before we started.
It's 3 episodes off the bat, we've had shocking intros.
Well, that's
ridiculous.
Fine.
Shocking intros based off 2 episodes of shocking gameplay. Let's just take stock. We've lost Bill in space. We've got him back to the massive space wang, our space station.
We did.
We've also now lost Bob by accident on the moon.
And Sean died as well.
Sean unsuccessfully landed on his one wheel at many hundreds of metres a second. So this episode, as was said at the end of the last one, we need to get Bill back.
Yeah, we need to get Bill back.
Can't have, he's our last remaining red coat that we've got a chance of bringing back. Bob, in theory, we could bring back, but that requires us to get close to our space station, and we're not very good at that. So it seems safer to try and get Bill. Or Bob.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who? Bill. No, Bill's on the moon. Bill's on the
Whoever's
moon.
on the moon.
So what we're going to do is, we've decided we're going to play around a little bit with Lander stage.
Yeah, we are. So basically,
talk me through what your intentions are here, then, Ewok.
Well, I'm just going to get rid of the top of this. We'll keep the bottom of it. What I'll do is I'll drop the bottom into a sub-assembly. Didn't
we save a new part? Because that's the old one. That's the old one with the crap solid rockets.
Oops, I've accidentally gotten a launch, which... It's not going to be a very successful launch, this.
Get some science while we're there. Crew report. Don't think we've got any from the launch pad.
I think we have.
Oh, yeah, turn the lights on. Watch what happens. If you right click, you can turn the lights on your ship. That's one of the options. Look at that!
Oh, wow!
See, that's why you want to use them. See?
That is awesome.
It achieves nothing, but it looks mint. See?
But it doesn't happen when you put the lights on.
No, because they're for lights. They're for lights, not cabin lights.
I'll put the lights
and
on.
then still doesn't do anything. No. It just looks nice when it's in space.
That is cool. Yeah. Right, let's recover that vessel and try again.
That wasn't a great start.
It wasn't the best start. But as he said...
hopefully we've saved the one that we were working on last time with the bigger solid rockets
I think we did.
It was the Bobby Dazzler Mark II, wasn't it? You're launching again?
Sorry.
I'll just point out we're recording this on the same day that we recorded the previous 2 episodes. We were so depressed after the last episode, we went and bought KFC and then ate it.
It was good KFC.
So now I'm full of chicken, feeling slightly greasy, feeling a bit dirty. I'm not sure how that's going to...
Bobby Dazzler 2, there it is.
Brackets Moon Rocket.
Brackets Moon Rocket.
Right.
Right, so we're keeping that launch bit. We'll scrap that. And then we're going to rebuild... from scratch, a new lander.
Right, so get rid of all that. So we on the drive across to KFC, we had a little bit of a chat, and you're thinking of...
I'm thinking I've got a design.
Making use of something that you've done in your own single player. Say,
well, I said I'd follow a similar sort of design, if I remember how it went rightly. So we've got these Kawuji Wooch. So we've got the 800 fuel tanks. They've got 360 liquid fuel in.
Yep.
So about 1,000, a little bit over 1,000 in total. So I was thinking we replace that with one of the biggie things.
It's the one to the left.
So that one's got 720.
It's the one next one down, and then to the left, and again, that one.
Now that one's got 1,400. So that one's huge. In terms of weight, what we're looking at, so that weighs. It's got a mass of 18. Those have a mass of 4.5 each. So
that'll be slightly heavier.
But it's got a quarter more weight.
Aye.
Sorry, a quarter more fuel.
Aye.
Or if we want exactly the same amount of fuel, we'd have one of them with one of them on top, is that right?
No, that's an RCS fuel tank.
With one of
You've
them
let
on
the
top.
chicken get to your brain, is what's happened.
360... What's 360 times 3?
9 plus 1.
Yeah, so it would be 3 of them, or... one of them plus... No, it would be 3 of them. Right. Let's have 3 of these.
This is a shambles.
So that's got the same amount of fuel, and it weighs exactly the same.
And the thought is that we want to make something that's less top-heavy, and maybe a little bit more round in general, just to make it a bit easier to land. Going off the last couple of times we've tried to land on the moon, it hasn't worked particularly well. So that's much shorter, should give a lower centre of gravity, and in theory should be easier to land.
Mm-hmm. But it's got the same amount of fuel in it.
Yeah.
And it is actually the same weight. Now, we've been using the LV909 liquid engines.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep, and they'll give us, the little bus engines give us 50 thrust. We've used 3 of them. So we have
they give us
150.
50. So we've got 150 thrust.
They also
They've
don't
got-
charge electricity backup as well.
They've got a mass of 0.5. So the Poodle engine's got 220 and a mass of 2.
Yep.
So it's a little bit heavier, but it's 25% heavier, but it gives us more than 25% more thrust.
Yeah.
Gives us about 30 something percent more thrust.
Yep.
So that seems like a logical thing to stick on the bottom.
And it's not a ridiculous size either, so again, it's keeping things fairly small and compact.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we're keeping this up as a comparison there.
We are, yeah.
Cool.
I can ditch that, we don't need that. Now, let's think about what pod. You're interested in...
I wanted to go into the research bit and get the cupola, because I think the cupola will look nice. I've mentioned that before.
Okay, let's have a quick save. In progress.
Cool.
So we'll save that.
It. Don't launch it.
I'll stick that on the bottom actually.
Just so we've got it.
So we can still have it there as the comparator.
Right.
So we're a little bit heavier, but we've got more pork. So
Aye.
I think we're doing all right.
So we want to go to the research and development. That's not the research. That one, yeah.
The huge one.
And look for the cupola.
Ah, well, we can't afford it.
Bollocks.
That one.
Yeah. It looks the dog's balls. Oh, got it.
Well, we're not going to be able to use it.
Right, we're going to have to jump back one then. You suggested on your single player, you mentioned you were using the lander can.
I was using the lander
light.
can, but we're doing a rescue mission, so the command pod. It's a lot heavier. In fact, 2 lander cans would be significantly
Do 2
less
lander cans
weighty.
and just stack them up.
So we'll pop that there again.
You'll need to get rid of that.
Scrap that completely. Get us a lander can. Get us a spare lander can.
Nice. It's quite tall again. And then the idea of the girder, do you want to explain that? Something else you mentioned.
Yeah, I just like the look of it. I think it looks a bit different. And what you can do is you can get some of your science stuff, and you can sort of tuck it out of the way. Also, you can take batteries.
My only concern here is that it's now taller than what we're doing to start with.
Well, it does have an extra capsule on the top.
So mounting the batteries on the inside, it's quite clever.
Yeah, batteries on the inside of the girder, and then I can get our sciencey stuff. I can put them there.
That looks the part, and then it keeps everything sort of in line.
Yeah, it just sort of tucks everything out of the way. I put a comms panel on the front there.
Cool. And then maybe the temperature gauge on the back. Now we've agreed what we're going to try and do, providing we can get back to the moon, and land safely. Obviously, we're looking to rescue Bill. We're going to see if we can get the science. If you remember, we managed to grab a lot of science when we got to the moon after we crashed.
We did indeed.
So we can land and then see if we can maybe get that science back into here as well, bring it home.
That would be a plan.
Now, it's something that looks different, but what I will point out is that it's now way bigger than the original one that we're using.
So what we're going to do is bring the legs out a bit more.
Nice. Anything where we're bringing the legs out more works for me.
I've pressed the Windows key.
That's not good.
We are now not watching. We're now not in the game, and we're back in the game.
So, I just whack another one.
Is it the Alt key you're supposed to press to snap it?
Yeah, it should snap, but I think it only
Doesn't seem
does
to work with girders.
Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, I think it only works with I don't know what you'd call them, like procedural parts, like engines or fuel tanks, rather than like some of the structural parts.
We don't need them.
Cool.
Now, are those legs going to be long enough?
Oh, I'd think so. They're big size. That's nice. And that's a nice, big, wide sort of base that we've got there.
It is. So we'll be less likely to tip
Aye.
than we were on previous runs.
Cool.
Right, now we need things like RCS, lights, solar panels.
Aye, like it.
So we'll start off, we'll put some RCS on it here.
Cool.
We'll put a port at the bottom of it, a port at the top there.
Want to get some tanks on as well for that.
Have we got the bigger tanks, the ones that look like...
We do,
yeah,
aye,
we
there
do,
they
we've
are.
got them. So we'll pop them on the side here.
Aye, see
Two
how
will
you-
do.
Cool. Parachute's always handy.
Actually, you know what? I want them there. I'll put them there.
Any particular reason?
So we can have. I'm not going to worry too much about doing it on this build, but if we're going to take this somewhere other than low gravity, we're going to need ladder going down there. So we need to leave that relatively
So
clear.
I'm thinking maybe Juna or Eve then.
We'll see how the design works out. I mean, it's a nice little pod.
Aye.
What else do we need? We need solar panels.
Solar panels.
Do you want the 1x6s or the 2x3s?
Do the 1x6s.
I like the 1x6s.
Aye,
They kind of
stick out more, they look nicer.
So we'll pop them there.
We also need parachutes. Quite a few parachutes. Because all being well, this will be coming back home. And we don't want to get it all the way back home to kill them. I'll be honest. Geordie Space Program headquarters here feels a little bit more calmer now that we're full of chicken compared to the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
They were very kind of shouty and panicky. Especially the last one. You just went apeshit and decided, we've got to go to the moon as fast as possible. And that's why we're now having to do this to, put that right.
Yeah.
What once went wrong, hoping that next time each leap will be the leap home.
You've turned into Quantum Leap.
I love Quantum Leap. Love it. I loved it when I was a kid. Best theme tune on TV.
You think?
Oh, aye, definitely. Quantum Leap's theme tune. Definitely. See? There we go. Aye. And then the cheeky bit. And then you get the Belisarius logo. Brilliant. It's being reshown on Sci-Fi for about the 50th time. I've been watching it from the first episode.
Awesome.
It is good. It is.
Right. Do the job.
What about one on the top, just for safety's sake? Like I forgot what you call them. You know, right on the top of the land, I can maybe plonk one on there as well.
I'm not happy with the symmetry that's coming out here.
Put them on the lander can. Actually, that's the point. The bottom lander can. Put just 4 of them on. You see how, like, either side of the door?
You're not worried that it'll tear the lander can off?
Well, as long as... Well, it's the crew that we need to bring back, really. Maybe put some on underneath just for safe keeping as well, if you really wanted to.
You see, I'd want to put them there, but...
No, that's fine. That'll do.
They're not being properly symmetrical.
Flip them on the side. I wouldn't get too hung up on this because it's like watching paint dry. Just hide it. There, aye.
No, they're not attaching. One of them's being skew-iffy.
Oh my god. It's horrible.
Why is it horrible?
It just... right next to the RC, I don't like it. It's went horribly wrong. Horribly wrong.
You know what? We're just going to stick them on the front and we'll worry about ladders and stuff later.
Aye, consequences be damned. We don't need them now.
Are we missing anything?
Put a parachute on the top for us if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'll put one on the top. In future builds, we're going to stick a Science Junior there.
Aye.
Is that the ridiculously big parachute I just stuck on?
The XL one is, aye.
We just want a normal one.
Yeah, want them all to go off at the same time.
Okay.
That'll probably be alright.
Is that everything we need?
Solar panels, electricity, science, legs, engine,
yes.
fuel. I think it is, you know. I think it is.
Would you like to put an SAS stabiliser on it?
Yeah, we mentioned this, didn't we? I think it's probably worth doing.
That was probably too
probably overdoing it.
Stick that one there. How heavy are these? Are these quite light? Yeah,
they're tiny, aye. Get one on. Of course, the point of those is that they use a lot of electricity, but they make your rocket easier to handle. They give you more torque for turning and whatnot.
Oh, that's a bit sort of mysteriously floaty and
I don't like that.
airy.
I'll tell you what, whack it right on the top. Take the underneath the parachute. Put a little one underneath the parachute at the top.
Why don't we put them in between the two? How about
I
that?
reckon. I just think it gives way a joint in between the two lander cans that could come apart. It's my concern.
I don't think it will. I think they're quite stable these
Alright,
days.
on your head be it.
No, because I've made a few bad calls in the last few episodes.
Aye, I think that I mean, of course, now what will happen is the parachute will go off
And
safely deposit the SAS module back on Earth, or back on Kerbin, while the Kerbals fall to their doom.
So, do you like the lander?
It's alright. I'm still not keen on the parachutes. We need parachutes on the landers, on the landing stages, so even if it does come apart, at least they've got parachutes. I know it's overkill.
Fine, we'll just put them there instead.
Aye. I'd rather lose the science and the stuff underneath than the Kerbals, otherwise what's the point in the mission? We can worry about that, refining this design later. First of all, we've got to get it to the moon and see if it works. Alright. I hope when they extend, they don't smash into the legs, if the legs are tucked up. Well, we'll find out soon enough.
Okay.
We've got batteries. We've got an engine that recharges by electricity as well, so at least I think the Poodle does.
I'm not sure it does.
Oh.
Who knows?
Right.
Right, we can stick a big decoupler on it.
Then get that sub-assembly.
Now the problem with this is we use smaller rockets for it. Okay, now that's a problem.
I don't know if it... I'll tell you what, then just move them so they're facing in the in-between parts. Just move the legs. Move the legs so they're kind of going north, south, east and west instead of on the diagonal. There you are. Aye. Go.
Why isn't
Why?
it liking it? Ah,
right.
there we go.
Yeah, see? Easily solved. Aye, that'll do nicely.
Probably want an adapter there. Not that one.
Oh, it's at the bottom there. Aye. Struts.
Yes, we will want to strut that.
Funky stuff. Aye.
How ugly is that?
It'll do. Get it up. Make
What-
sure we've only got one crewman in it though.
What would you like to call it?
Um,
See, what we'll do is we'll build a new lander, and we'll send it up with this, and then we'll build a new rocket body next time. Constantly refine, build in waves.
aye, I think that makes sense. We'll call this the Moona Chicken because we've eaten chicken, and it fills in with the naming convention that I have of calling things after animals. Right.
That's an interesting design.
Crew. Only one crewman, remember?
Only one crewman, I remember.
Or staging as well, that's important stuff.
So all the parachutes go off on the last stage. We've got that engine, that's the second last thing. That goes before that. All good.
Awesome.
How much is it? It's 98,000. I'd like you to bear in mind that we don't have a contract here.
What we'll do, save it, have a quick check, just to see if there is any contracts.
I had a look, there's nothing involving going to the moon.
Right. Well, suppose we'll just have to do it then, I guess.
I suppose so.
It's a rescue mission. You know, at the end of the day, we need to get our red shirt back. It needs to be back on the block. We'll have to worry about cash a bit later.
Our plant flag on the moon's just come available.
Right, get that.
That wasn't there before.
Well, we did that last time, didn't we? So it's obviously recycled.
We did. How much does that get? I mean,
Well,
that
it's
pays.
diminishing returns. Every time we do it, we'll get less.
Oh, we've got 12 in advance.
Oh, yeah,
so we'll
and
get
64.
So it almost pays for the mission.
Right. Don't worry about testing, really, and most of it seems to be testing. So-
We'll pick that one up for later.
Alright.
It's got 12 years duration on it.
Hopefully we'll get around to it then. So, Bobby Dazzler.
So, right, we need one crewman.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Right, we've only got one. Handus. There's
Handus.
so
Handus.
few people available.
Handus Solo was our test pilot. He's not stupid and he's quite courageous. He's probably the biggest asset we've got.
So don't lose him.
Yeah. So be careful with him, Ewok. Whatever you do.
I will.
Right. Operation Don't Blow Up the Launch Pad. It's part 1. It's wobbly. Don't like that.
It's fine.
Oof.
That did that last time,
yeah,
didn't it?
that. Yeah, we should have put that right. But we're here now. That's it. We've done it. We've committed. Next time this thing stops moving, it'll be on the moon. Or in pieces on the ground.
Hopefully the SAS will help control that spin.
Aye.
Or not. It'll just keep spinning.
Just imagine how bad it would have been if we didn't have the SAS module.
I suppose there's always that as a consideration.
It's tilted it ever so slightly. It's not doing too bad.
No, it's not.
You can see it's not quite as quick. Obviously, it's carrying that extra weight from the the chunkier lander.
It's spinning more and more and more. Why?
Don't worry about it. Just make sure you know where your 90 is. You can get it sorted.
I'm keeping a good track on the 90.
Nice. So, I mean, we got to the moon in good order last time. Or at least we had lots of fuel when we got there. So, in theory, should be alright.
I mean, it is a little bit heavier.
Yeah. It's carrying slightly more fuel and it's got slightly more thrust.
Oh, it's got exactly the same amount of fuel.
Ah, right. Well.
And it's spinning faster and faster.
It did that last time as well. Oh, we got a knock there, but not too bad.
We've still got a 15k before.
Aye, not too far under.
Those legs are a bit of a waste.
Yeah, that's left over from when we were trying to deorbit stuff and bring it back in one piece.
Which is probably not a bad idea when you're sort of, scraping to make ends meet.
Aye. I'm just enjoying my my orange drink here. You enjoying your Coca-Cola?
It's not Coca-Cola actually, it's Pepsi.
Oh, the brand that doesn't discriminate.
Does it not?
I don't know why I said that.
Well, it's good to know that they don't discriminate.
If
they don't.
I'm not saying with any kind of authority. I just made words come out my mouth. There was a silence and I had to fill it.
That's another waste of bloody time.
Why have we got them?
Why have we got batteries on them? At least
they were to power the
controlled.
probe cores to bring it back, weren't they, initially?
That's right, because we had the probe body on.
I had the probe body and the old parachutes. And it worked all right. It was a faff on, but we did get it working. Where we realised that the game would still get rid of them, so then we would manually hop back into.
Yeah, we'd get into an orbit and then bring it back down. The body section back down.
Most of the time it worked alright, actually.
It did.
It's a lot of faff. And, I mean, again, we're recording videos, and when you're recording videos, you cannot quite play the same way that you would do if you're just sitting by yourself not recording, because, well, people are watching it at the end of the day. I'm going to try and keep it at least vaguely interesting. I mean, we don't even manage that most of the time. But, got to try.
I like to think our failures have a certain...
charm. Rustic charm. Which isn't what you associate with a space program.
Not really. Okay. Well, this is looking all right. I mean, the fuel situation's not bad.
It's not great, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
You have to say that the lander looks at least different from our previous one.
It has got that going for it. It is slightly different to what we've launched before.
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by its performance.
You were swearing by this.
Particularly the wider leg span, I think, is going to make a big
difference.
Oh,
yeah, and see, yeah, that's going to work a treat anyway. Providing those girders hold the weight of it when it comes down, But the girders are very sturdy in this, aren't they? They tend to be very sturdy parts.
They do. All we need to do is rework this bit, because I mean that's a bit sort of just stick everything together because we didn't have the better components type of way to run things.
Probably make like bigger rockets using the bigger fairings now and do a good job, but need to practice with them. At the end of the day, we're sticking with what we're comfortable with, which is the small 1 metre fairing parts, these bits at the bottom, because that's what we've had for a long time. It's what we've used, and of course the newer parts and the bigger parts.
But I think we did the right thing this time round, didn't it? We didn't just start sticking things and go, that'll do. We looked at what we did have that was working and compared what we're going to put on to it, so we made sure we're getting a fair trade for what we're doing.
It felt quite calm and quite methodical, that build.
Which is unusual.
It actually worried us quite a bit. I was more nervous about that because I'm used to the headless chicken approach. But actually, I suppose the fuel on this is holding out all right. I thought that was going to be drifted away in no time, but it's going to get our orbit burn and probably get us started with our transfer.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad.
Well, it's pretty much as effective as it was before. Even though we've added that extra little bit of weight, we haven't added a huge amount of weight when you think about it in...
it's not been bad.
In real terms. I need to push that out a little bit more.
Aye.
Get it above the magic 70.
That's comfortable. Alright. So we've got a slight wonk onto the... a slight inclination on orbit, I think. They're just on to the wobble that we had when we were taking off. But it's not bad. So, where's the moon?
Yeah, that's a good point. Where is the moon?
There it is.
There's a lot of stuff going on there. It'd be hard to find the right flag. Bob is here.
We'll find it.
Can we set the flag as the target?
Set the moon as the target. Just get yourself to the moon, and then we can get ourselves into orbit and work out where he is to come down.
Oh, we've got the Bobby Dazzler 2 set as the target.
Right.
So that is his landing zone.
Cool. Alright. But, need to get there first.
It helps.
It certainly does. I mean, that's like part 2 of the rescue. Get up, get there, get him on board, get home. It's not a bad burn.
I'm just trying to be fuel efficient.
Yeah, you want to make sure we're not mucking around here. 84 is not bad.
Oh, that'll do.
Aye.
It's your least favourite phrase.
It's probably the mostly used one as well. We'll both use it. Overuse it, if anything. Alright. Yep, that's... like I was saying before there, I can't remember if that was on camera or not. I think it was off camera, actually. It's when we're talking about what we're going to do. I like... my favourite parts are these things. I like the communitrons when they start moving. I like the legs because they move. I like the solar panels because they move. I like things where you click on them and you can make stuff happen with them.
And
Science, yeah, I mean, it's alright, but it's not as impressive as like a solar panel extend. That's science in action.
Fair enough, but what's all that?
Just
leftovers from the
girders. Aye. I wasted
structural supports.
Aye, bits.
Oh, I'll just move myself here. I'm a little bit cramped. I've got my sister's PC there blocking where my feet normally go.
You trying to fix it up for her?
Yeah, well, I have done. Fresh install of Windows is a bit of a mess. There were two versions of Windows Vista installed on it.
Somebody's obviously trying to
one on a partition drive and one on the main C drive.
Oh, that's not good. Well, that's overly confusing and very wasteful, especially with Vista.
Well, there's only one on now.
Cool. Probably somebody said, oh, you need to reinstall Windows, and that hasn't translated, and you need to take Windows off first and then reinstall it.
Well, I did a full reinstall. Stuck a new graphics card in for her as well. Had a spare one lying around. Nothing fancy, 9500, but she had an 8500 in there, so to step up.
Oh, there we go. You see, that's very generous of you. Where are we? What's happening?
I'm waiting for the note to come up. We got a bit distracted there.
Aye.
While we're doing this, there's a Steam sale on.
There is.
Have you been playing anything? Did you get anything in the Steam sale?
I haven't. To be honest, I'm considering it like a bit of a personal triumph that most of the stuff that the game that Steam is recommending for us that's on sale I already own.
Oh yeah, I'd call that a triumph.
Aye.
You've got your profile set to private, you know. I was trying to spy on you the other day. I was using one of those websites that tells you how much your game library's worth.
Right.
Because Ashley was wondering how much mine was worth. $2,000 apparently.
Jesus.
But bearing in mind, I buy like 95% of the stuff I buy on sale, and it gives you the current price of it.
There's some stuff that you've had as part of like doing your game journal stuff as well, like back in the day.
And things that I've bought in bundles. Like I got the Valve Complete Pack, and you get a hell of a saving on that.
That's it. Aye.
But out of interest, I went to see yours because we've got a very similar amount of games.
Aye, we've got a similar kind of taste as well. Probably very similar libraries, frankly.
So I was wondering what yours was.
That was a good separation.
I couldn't see it.
I
said yours was set as private.
Yeah, so people can't snoop and find out how much I'm spending on my games. You cheeky bastard.
But what I do find interesting is on your profile, it is check out my YouTube channel, gunsrework.com. And yeah, like nobody can see that, mate.
Balls. Why the hell did I say? Oh, I probably said it as private because I had loads of people when I was doing bits on the Zomboid forums were like adding us or sending us stupid messages. And I'm there to help out, but it's like people weren't really asking for help. They would kind of come forward and ask for something and then usually come back with, oh, have you got any like free games you want to give us?
Check that out.
That's pretty good. But you'd find people would come back and like, oh, give us a free game. And I was like, piss off.
Piss off, I'm a forum on a mod on a Steam forum. I don't have free games to give you.
Have you got a copy of the game for free? No, piss off. And even if I did, do you think just asking a random stranger for like 15 quid's gonna work? I mean, it's different if you're like, you know, you're homeless or something like that and you're living on the street and you're saying spare any change.
You probably wouldn't want a game
nice guy. Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I'll give you some change. Like, want a cup of tea? You know, fair enough. It's that must be a horrible existence. So
I'm going to nip out the Space Centre and back out again because my right gun's disappeared.
It does that every now and again, doesn't it?
It's a real pain though.
Aye. Some of these glitches, they do wear a little bit thin every now and again. I know, again, it's early access. It's to be expected. Actually, the game's due to hit official beta stage, I believe. The next one that's coming out.
Where's our ship? Which one's our ship?
Bobby Dazzler 2 Mun Rocket.
Fair enough.
I hope.
I hope so too.
No.
Has
Right.
our ship disappeared when I went back to the space centre?
It shouldn't have done.
It bloody better not have. That'll be the worst glitch I've encountered if it has.
Aye. And there'll be no reason for that. I'm not going to shout at you and be angry at you.
I did
will
just
be.
go space centre. That's all I
Aye.
did.
Aye, that's all. That's all. I'm with you.
Right, so shut everything. Ships. Space One tanker. The Bobby Dazzler 2. It's the ships have vanished. What's just happened there? That's frustrating.
That's incredibly frustrating, and that's cost us a huge amount of cash that we didn't have either. The game has auto-saved. I think at some point, if you F9 it, we might come back at some point. And again, we don't class this as a cheat or a reversion. The game is genuinely dicked with.
Oh my god!
That's quite some time ago.
How can I quit out without? Right, I'm going to control. Oh, what have?
Oh no!
Have you told me to do that? We've sent the Geordie Space Program back many episodes.
It was all a dream.
Oh, no. There's got to be a way out of this.
Stand by, folks. Technical difficulties. We'll be back in a couple of seconds.
I'm going to try and crash the game and see what happens.
Cool.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back after forcing the game to hard crash to see if we can get at least close to where we were before.
I'll put my hands up. I panicked and I said, "Oh yeah, just do a quick load and hopefully we'll jump back."
The quick load took me back to toboggan takeoff, which I think was like
3 episodes ago.
maybe even 4.
Aye.
Right, let's see where we are. I'm a bit worried that we've got 628 signs because we had
that is
90.
a concern.
We had 90 signs.
Space Wang.
The massive space swing.
We haven't got the tanker.
We haven't got the flags. We haven't got the tanker. We've got the Bobby Dazzler orbiting Kerbin.
That's very
This
odd.
is the original Bobby Dazzler.
Aye, that's the one we did for toboggan takeoff.
We're back to toboggan takeoff. We've unfortunately just cocked up and lost 4 episodes worth of progress.
We've hit a time warp is what's happened. We hit an anomaly.
Yep.
And now we're back.
What was his
now.
name? What was the guy who was in the last mission that we're flying?
Curzon, I think.
Curzon. So Curzon.
Oh, no, it was Hanbin. Hanbin's back.
So Hanbin flew through a
Wormhole.
rip in the space-time continuum, and has been shot back in time.
Right,
and-
so I'll tell you what we're doing here then. We're going to the moon.
Oh.
We're going to the moon. Yep. See, look, you've got your orbit plotted. Your orbit's plotted all nice. You're all ready to go.
Well, what the hell? We might as well do it since
Go,
we're here.
and this time try not to have to do toboggan takeoff.
To be honest, I mean, it's a bit of a pisser that we've lost all those episodes worth of progress, but on the other hand, they were pretty bad episodes.
Yeah,
is,
things were
is
going
Jed
to
alive
that
now?
shit.
Will Jed be back?
Oh, he might. He might be back.
You saw it, people.
Bob isn't lost.
You saw it. We did not do this intentionally.
No, we didn't.
We do have a no revert policy. We cocked up, we encountered a bug. It was a bit of a nasty bug. We tried the quick load to try and go back to before the bug and didn't realise that the last quick save that had been done was like 4 or 5 episodes ago. That proves that we haven't been gaming it on the video.
Aye.
We've always said, oh, we never revert, we never save. And that
Live bugs as they happen.
Live bugs as they happen.
Jumping back 4 episodes. This was a mission where we had to go to the moon to get science for a contract.
It was our best ever recording because we cocked this up.
Yeah. This time though, we're not going to cock it up.
Yeah. What's his name again? I forget. What's his name again?
Hanbin.
Hanbin. This is
Han Solo bin.
Han Solo bin.
It was his finest moment.
It was his finest moment, and now that he's been thrust back in time through the space-time continuum,
He has a second chance to live it. It's Quantum Leap. We're talking about Quantum Leap. We sang the theme tune, and now we've travelled through time. Maybe the next leap will be the leap home.
Ziggy says there's a 90% chance you're face planted into this movie.
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh, Christ. It's funny how things work out, and again, that's going to make it seem even more like we've actually gamed it. But we haven't gamed it. I promise you we haven't. So, land on the moon.
Land on the moon.
I've got a sneaking suspicion that if you land funnily, there's probably a weird way we could take off. But try not to do that. Try to land properly.
I'll try to land properly.
Actually, we've learned something though. Right click on your little capsule there if you don't mind, Ewok. Get the lights on. Bottom button. Boosh.
Is that going to use power?
I don't know. Check your resources.
Yes.
Got batteries. Solar panels. Aye. Get them out.
Oh, this is I'm not sure how to feel about this. I feel bad that we've lost so much progress, but we haven't done that well.
Look, fate has intercepted us here, and it's given us a second chance to make amends. What I think we need to agree on is that we're not going to try and redo what we've done in the past couple of episodes for a while, because that would be boring as all hell.
Yeah.
So we've got signs to spend. We're going to do some contracts here. Well, money's actually about where it was.
Actually, what are our contracts at the moment? Do we have any active contracts? Plant a flag on the moon. Transmit or recover scientific data from space around the moon.
Aye.
Okay.
And then the Rockermax brand a coupler was when we were playing around with building a space plane. Remember, space planes haven't happened yet.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to those, but we'll promise we'll do those at a later date. We don't want to do repeats of stuff that we've tried before. For a while anyway. We will need to do it at some point. But, we're not going to make you watch 3 videos of that and then, because the game's bollocksed up, we've then had to go back and do it all again.
I remember the fuel situation being this bad last time round.
Yeah, it was. It was bad, but remember, you managed to do the weird takeoff and get back home by the skin of your teeth. It took a little bit of wangling with the old...
the old manoeuvre node there.
The old manoeuvre node. But I'm sure we can get something worked out here. Get into an orbit and then come down on the light side.
On the light side.
On a nice flat bit. A very nice flat bit is what we're looking for. I've got a sneaking suspicion if we land on a wobbly bit, we'll have to be quite inventive with our takeoff.
We're going to have to be quite inventive anyway, because the only reason we got back to Kerbin is because we've got a direct intercept. And that's very difficult to do from the moon without flying straight through the moon, I've found.
I've tried that. Well, I've had that happen to me a couple of times as well. But we'll work it out. We'll get there.
So really, the light side's over there, so if I do a sort of burn here,
Aye.
to bring it down to, say, 10,000-ish.
Aye.
And we should be going at a fairly low speed, because we're not too far out.
It's very sensitive. Yeah, that's alright.
That's alright, yeah.
So, we'll bring ourselves down, we'll land, we'll do our contracts, and then shoot myself back home. We did get a good intercept last time, and we were lucky with it. We'll come down on the right hand side though, should be on the right side of the moon to go back.
We're going to come down into this crater.
Cool, I haven't been to the crater before. If it looks as though things are going belly up, land on the edge of it.
I'm pretty sure that's where we tried to land last time.
Aye.
Because
well, it makes sense, we're on the same intercept.
Exactly.
Aye.
And we wanted to come down on the light side.
Aye. Oh well, it's annoying that, and it has kind of thrown me a little bit, but we have got a chance to do things a little bit differently here.
And maybe a little bit better, because we were...
we did terribly. The last 2 episodes have been out of gash, let's be honest. Right. Get me down.
Take that nice and controlled. As a consequence, I've got no idea how long this episode's been going on for, really.
No, I don't think that long. If you think we'd only really just got our orbit and plotted a manoeuvre.
It's almost like we came back at sort of roughly the same sort
point
of
in time. Aye. Literally, if you were watching inside the capsule, you would have seen like the blue light coming off Han Solo before he disappeared. Cool. Right.
A 52-second burn.
It's quite a lot. But if you started earlier, because it's not like you're getting to that point and then doing that burn.
No, it is.
Oh.
That's where I want to start killing my horizontal, so that we come down in the centre of the crater rather than on the edge of the crater.
A bit. It is. How the hell did we manage this with toboggan takeoff, frankly?
It was very tight.
We had something like about 14 seconds worth of fuel left. But, that being said, if you can get down without burning a huge amount, should be okay. You know what's going to end up happening?
I've just shot past my manoeuvre node.
Jesus. Right, we'll just start burning now. We'll come down where you are.
No, I'll zip around again. It won't take a minute, mate.
Right. But, for me, it seems that I've got a sneaking suspicion what will end up happening is we'll crash, we'll not be able to toboggan take off, or we'll run out of fuel, and then we'll have to launch another rescue mission back in time, which is now the present,
Well, so it's
to
just
save them,
we're
to
just
put
going to
ourselves back in
repeat
the
it.
same position. So we'll try not to do that. But fuel is an issue.
Yeah, and we know fuel's an issue. We've come back into it's almost like a challenge. Can you do it again? Was last time so much of a fluke?
Oh, that's a one-off. That's never been done before, and that'll never be repeated. That's like the 1 in a million shots where you kick a football and it bounces off like 6 different things and ends up like where you wanted it to go. I didn't think that analogy through.
Yeah, basically like every Pepsi advert that's ever been made around football.
Aye, but without CG.
If football players really were as good as Pepsi adverts make them look, I might actually watch football.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
For you Americans watching, we're talking about soccer, or as it's known in civilized areas, football.
I suppose in American football terms, it's probably like throwing the ball really well. Is that a thing?
Throwing the ball really well.
Like they could throw it through a tyre from like half a mile away.
Yeah.
Throw it over a mountain. Speaking of which. Okay.
Speaking of mountains and doom.
Okay.
Hang on. So I'm burning at the 25-second mark.
Aye. Okay. Getting tense. Awesome. Bringing it down. Do you want to hop back in so we can see what's happening?
If you don't mind, I'm going to do it from here.
Don't know how much fuel we've got. And people like to see that. I like to see that. The lines annoy us a little bit. Get a bit grouchy looking at all them lines.
But the lines help me.
Yeah. Right, we're burning. Still burning. Well, actually, the fuel in these engines, it always throws us. It looks like there isn't much, and there isn't really, but it's not like it's eating through lots of it as we're doing this. So you need to kill your horizontal velocity as best as possible.
You know, I'm going to come in and be a bit riskier about it.
Alright, but still kill your horizontal.
No, I'm going to wait until a bit later before I kill the horizontal. I know it's a bit of a risk.
Okay.
I appreciate it's a bit of a risk, but the fuel situation's not good. I want to burn as little fuel as possible.
But I suppose, is it better to be stuck because you've run out of fuel, or is it better to be stuck because you've exploded? That's the question.
Bear in mind, well, once that starts to move, we've got 3,000 metres to correct ourselves. And I think that's enough, although we are speeding up.
Yeah, that's what you call free fall.
2, 3, 4. Okay, it's going about 100 metres a second down.
Well, I'm sure we'll be alright.
Radar altitude still not moving. So we're still more than 3,000 up.
All I can go off is the moon is going underneath.
There we go, we're at 3,000 now.
Cool. Start killing it.
And we're going to land at about 1,000.
It's quite close then. It's quite close. If you pull this off, this will be really, really sweet. Just keep yourself focused.
I'm focused, I'm all good.
You've killed it with quite a bit there. Oh, you had loads of time. Right, there we are. 500 off. Get yourself pointed. Looks a bit... I'm not sure if this is flat or not. Can't quite make it out. Shadow's gone. It's back. Yeah, that's alright.
How many meters do you think I've got left?
I don't know. Probably a couple of hundred.
100.
100. Right. It's fast. He's down. He's down. Get in! Nicely landed. Whew!
Sweet.
That's alright.
Right, let's get some sciencey stuff done.
Now that's how it was supposed to have went originally. But now it has went this way. 100 science. That's nice. All the sciencey goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Mint. Whew. Now, since we've landed, I think Hanbin, our traveller from the future, should get out and do a EVA, plant that flag. Remember, we need to get signs for part of the contract from around the moon.
Right. So what we'll do is, we'll do a crew report here.
Aye, we'll do one when we're heading back.
Yeah.
Aye.
Actually, we'll not do a crew report here. How many EVA reports can the capsule hold? I think it can hold 2.
2, I think.
So we'll do an EVA report from space.
Yeah, whatever you fancy. I don't know if this has a communicator on or not.
It doesn't, but if it can hold 2 EVA reports, then we can bring it back.
Get another one.
It does have parachutes on it, doesn't it?
I hope we remember parachutes. We'll check that when we
I
get
already
back
took
in.
a surface sample, and I did an EVA report, and I need to plant a flag.
Aye.
Where are we? A review report, we're in the northwest crater.
Cool.
Oops, I reset experiment by accident. Which one did I reset?
The take sample. Stop hitting buttons.
I've done them both now.
That was Tanbal.
That's fine.
He didn't deserve that honour. What's he done?
He's done that. What am I doing?
Just
Northwest crater.
Northwest crater. And then the plaque text should read Ziggy says go home. Nice. Cool. We're back up. Stop clicking buttons!
Just being doubly sure we've got everything that we need.
Right. So, heading back up. Yeah, there's parachutes on the bottom bit. Now I remember this was a bit like trampoliny trying to get back in. Oh, but it's let with that time.
It's that with that time. Right.
Surface sample, EVA report. We're back in.
And how are we going to plan our return? Fuel's not as bad as it could be.
Right, we could just do the whole escape from the Lunar influence and then try and burn our way back down into the Kerbin sphere of influence.
But it's not going to take long to get an orbit, so maybe we should just do the orbit.
I think that makes sense. Certainly give it a go. Oh well, looks like we're doing it now. Get the legs in.
Doesn't want to bring the legs in.
Yeah.
One of them's broken.
Well, that's all right. Probably not help when we're coming back down. When we're doing my EVA, if you wanted to be really sneaky, you could get out and fix the leg.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Aye. So that's probably high enough, do you reckon?
Yeah, that'll be high enough.
It's a 41-second burn. That's quite a big one. Oh, what's the... Yep.
Should I just try and get back into Kerbin's sphere of influence?
Yeah. I think we should be alright to do it.
Right.
We'll be travelling quite fast here. Yeah, you want to see the shiny bit. Right, we can see the broken leg. Are you going to have enough time to do this all?
Yes, I will.
Or are you going to escape sphere of influence first and then...
I'll take it till we've got an apoapse a couple of minutes away. I've got 2.5 minutes to sort it and get back in and then start pushing again.
Cool. Alright. So, you want to get your EVA report but fix the leg first. And then you can take the EVA report once you're holding on to the capsule again. Repair leg. EVA report. You're drifting away, so get yourself back in quick, smart. Then you can pull that leg in. Nicely done. That was clinical. Cool. Hopefully you won't bounce off into space.
Oh, he nearly
He
did.
did a nice little spin, little pirouette before he climbed back in. And then the legs are back in. Slightly out of sync, none the worse for wear.
I'm still worried about getting back.
Yeah, this isn't great, is it? We're committed now. It's like we're not getting any further away. It will jump though fairly quick. Gonna have to keep burning. But we've done it now.
It's torn now.
Aye. Just keep burning. Gotta get faster. We're losing speed. We need the speed to escape the sphere of influence. Every second you're not burning is making it worse.
It's fine, I was just trying a few things. It'll start to shoot up in no time.
Oh, we'll be alright. Oh, it's so low. We'll get it. We've got to get that speed up. Got to get fast enough away. Ouch. Did you just suddenly turn the engines off there?
Yes, I did.
Right. Okay then. Now that's a hell of a burn to get back. Actually, I always say that and I always overestimate. So...
I've got everything off, so we'll just wait till we hit it.
And then check apoapsis. Which we're going to be past. Right.
There we go, we're on it. How long, if we got to
Do it
go
now.
now?
Even if we've got an aero brake, 20 seconds. Yeah, that would do it. It's a 23-second burn. I'll just do it.
Yeah, we'll be alright.
As long as we get under 60 odd, it might take forever, but the atmosphere will do it for us.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Keep an eye out because you don't want to
10,
crash course.
11, 12,
Get the map
13,
back up.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
that's alright.
19, 20. Counted too far.
Ready? Yeah, that's alright, that'll take...
That'll
40
take-
odd, I'd probably do it a bit more, maybe drop it down to 20, because at 40 odd you can bounce off the atmosphere, do a touch more. Maybe, I was going to say, you can get down to 20, because on my own playthrough I was doing that. I tried to come back in with the space plane, I got into orbit, and at 45 it was still going fast enough that it slowed down a touch, but then came out the other side, and it was going to take a lot of orbits for it to slow down, just doing aero braking.
Well, we're on naught now.
Right, okay then, well that's not bad going.
It's going to take us 4 hours to get home.
Cool.
It says, if that's taking 4 hours, and that's shooting round there.
Yeah, that moves at quite a pace, the old space wang. It's a quick beast.
Whoop.
That snuck up on me fairly quick.
It certainly did, didn't it?
On the plus side though, we're home. We're home in one piece. We've done the contract. We did get the signs from around the moon.
We did.
The EVA report.
Yep, we just need to land with it, basically.
Aye.
Which we can do, because we got out and fixed
We've
the leg.
got that bloody Rockermax contract back again.
Yeah, the one that took ages to get rid of.
Yeah, the one that we've had sitting there for ages. Well, we'll have to do that at some point. Unfortunately, that is something we need to get shot of, because it just makes us nervous with that sitting there. Got a nice
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, bring the panels in.
Yeah, we want to bring them back.
Just in the nick of time. Awesome.
Yeah, really just in the nick of time.
Right. Cool. It was a good repair of the leg as well. That was a nice bit of sort of space related drama. I like that. Fix the leg via EVA.
Yeah, I didn't notice it had broken, because it seemed to land quite nice. I didn't seem to be going that fast, so I'm surprised.
It was a fair old jolt, but I think it's because it was on a slight curve. So that one took.
Do you think that leg took the whole brunt of the landing?
Took the brunt of it before the other two would shock it.
Yeah, it worked out all right.
We've done quite well here. Makes a nice profile.
We had more fuel left when we came back from bloody toboggan takeoff.
Yeah.
It is nice. Still got the light on as well. Turn that off.
It's the bottom one. Cool.
And we're landing on the light side, on land. Totally intentional on my part. So shall I, jump them both out of the ship and when we land?
No, definitely not. A million times no. Edible's still dead. Jeb isn't, because Jeb is what we did after this.
Yeah, when we're doing
Edible's
the
gone.
plane testing.
I think Ned's gone. Yeah. So Jeb, really, I think, now that we're back, we'll have to
hang on.
think of something particularly
Do you
special.
want to see it?
I'll put the legs out.
There we go.
Thank you.
I like the way they've got the little clip.
The
say
clip
that
undoes.
Snap.
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 See what I mean about the moving parts? It's nice. Cool. I wonder how this will come down.
With the jolt.
I mean, it's quite a heavy.
It did
It's
work
got a
out
lot of
last time.
parachutes.
Ooh, the nose clipping through the chutes there.
That's alright. I'm glad that the parachute string doesn't have physics, or we'd be proper boned.
It'd be very, very difficult to make a ship that fit with the parts
Aye.
if the clipping wasn't allowed.
Well, I mean, they do it in
all
real
the
life,
fuel
so
that
there
we've
must
got
be a
left.
way.
We've got nearly 0.1% of the fuel left. Actually, no, we've got 1% of the fuel left. That's right.
Try and keep our legs mostly underneath. What?
That's always a good thing to do.
It is. And so we'll need to respend our signs and what have you as well, but we'll do that in another episode. I think this one's probably been quite a long one.
We'll do that at the beginning of next episode. So there we go. Hanbin fell through a time warp.
Yep. Leapt.
He
quantum leapt.
He quantum leapt through a time warp. Our rescue mission sort of went a bit strange.
Yeah.
We redid toboggan takeoff without the toboggan takeoff.
If anything, Ewok, going back in time made the necessity for the rescue mission never happened. Therefore, it was a successful rescue mission.
That's a good
point. The rescue
point.
never needed to happen.
Because
therefore, the rescue wasn't needed.
So it's successful in a way, in that we've got our Kerbal back home.
We do. It's a bit of a balls up, but it was the game. Dicking over. Nothing we can do about that. We'll just play on and again, as we always stress. It's early access. Weird stuff happens. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Any final remarks from yourself, Ewok?
No.
Alright. And with that bombshell, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.